How's it going, boys? This story is huge, potentially far bigger than you can imagine. We have the potential downfall of OTK, and Asmongold most likely is implicit in helping and covering up for sexual predators, and a lot more dubious stuff, in fact. Now, there's a lot of things that we need to go over here. Currently, the situation also is unfolding, so things are getting deleted left, right, and center as we currently are even speaking. So it's going to be pretty hard to explain, but have some patience because this thing is absolutely wild. This is potentially going to be career breaking or hopefully at the bare minimum, Twitch breaking. So let's start at the beginning, why all of this is happening, and a crucial detail that currently people are overlooking that could potentially blow this situation absolutely sky high. So the situation essentially went down like this. Trainwreck's TV tweeted at Mizkif and Maya that they are covering up a sexual assault situation that happened at their house. Some girl got sexually assaulted by a guy who was living there, and they just flat out covered it up. That's what people currently think is happening. But this is far bigger potentially than we can imagine. Because let me read these tweets and then I will explain. Are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up all those sexual assaults, you fucking scumbag piece of shit? You want to come at me and make shit up, then better be sure you don't live in a glass house, you insecure pussy. The people involved know the truth, but for those of you that are farming drama and coming to split conclusions, let me be even more clear. Mizkif didn't assault the woman. He orchestrated the cover-ups for his friends, exactly how my tweet reads. So there are a couple of people who misunderstood and thought that Mizkif has assaulted girls. He has not done this to anyone's knowledge, and no one is putting those allegations against him. People are concentrating currently on one girl that came out that was that got sexually assaulted, and Mizkif covered it up for it. But the big thing here is that people are not noticing is the fact what Train wrote. Girls, to cover up all those sexual assaults. The people involved know the true farming blah blah blah. Mizkif didn't assault the woman. He orchestrated the cover-ups. Trainwrecks in this situation is always using plural, which means that the one girl that currently came out about the sexual assault in Mizkif's house is potentially one of many, or at least one of two. So there could be potentially more people coming out with stories about being sexually harassed or assaulted at Mizkif's house and him covering it up. This is the thing that people are first of all overlooking about this situation. Currently, Mizkif and Maya are in absolute damage control mode. Obviously, they need to be, because their reputations, careers are potentially on the line about this, because this is no small matter. Covering up and downplaying sexual assault is pretty big. And of all people here currently, Ice Poseidon is just using the opportunity to strike while the anvil is hot and just casually expose Mizkif for using homophobic slurs and even the N-word in his 2018 and 2019 conversations with him. What great stuff. But that's not the big one. This is the big one. This is Mizkif's thoughts and what he says in general about the sexual assault situation that happened in his house after it happened, after a tweet longer by the victim was made about it. And if this doesn't change your opinion that Mizkif is in the wrong, that he is doing bad things, honestly, I don't think anything can. So, listen to this.
Of what you can deem of it, it's sexual harassment, whatever. At a low scale, it's not really a big deal. I don't think people really gave a shit and really cared. John, I'm gonna turn this off if you're gonna be like this.
So, he stutters because he almost accidentally says sexual assault, not harassment. Sexual harassment is different from sexual assault. Harassment is you send someone a dick pic that they did not want or ask for. Assault is when you literally touch a person and do bad things like that. Okay, so there's a huge difference. So he's already downplaying the situation, considering Asmongold, as we will later on see when it comes to his part, says that there are literally 3 people who saw what happened. That guy had his hands on her. 3 people can concur that it was sexual assault because he had his hands on her. So Mizkif is downplaying the shit out of it. Oh yeah, and he says no one cares about it, okay? Oh yeah, and if you don't think that was bad enough, well, we got a little bit more.
And like,
this is the girl, by the way, he sexually, not he, but that guy sexually assaulted from Mizkif's house.
people make it seem like he did. Like, when people like think of it, they think that he stuck his fucking dick inside her.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the context you need here. So Mizkif is downplaying it. It's not a big deal. It's not like he actually fucked her while she was unconscious, sleeping, or whatever. A very classy move, obviously, here. Yeah, Mizkif is definitely in hot waters because everything is resurfacing, and people on Twitter are obviously noticing this. Also, this is my tweet. Go like it, go retweet it, go spread it, because this could be the potential downfall of OTK and Asmongold. And I bet you're wondering, how the hell does Asmongold play into all of this situation? Well, it's gonna be good, because this video is a part of the Asmongold video about women that I have been wanting to make for a long time, and I got some spicy moments. So first of all, to understand Asmongold's involvement in this situation, we need to contextualize what's currently happening. This is from Asmongold's stream, and we're currently on Destiny's channel watching it. Because you know why? Obviously, the VOD from that stream is deleted. Because it looks bad. We're not gonna watch all of it, but Asmongold absolutely freaks here. He says a lot of things that he should not say, and I'm just going to give you a quick snippet so you understand what I'm talking about.
This is just like, I will, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if this guy was like Mrs. fucking friend, like this piece of used you, fucking lied to you. He's putting you in this position right now. He's putting me in this position right now. I'm furious.
Ooh, we're going with it was all Slick's fault.
And yes, by the way, Destiny says exactly what I was going to say. And keep in mind, because we are going to establish Asmongold's character, and this is going to be a doozy.
Mad, man.
Tricking everybody.
And he has the fucking odd. I'm going to read the tweet.
Uh-oh.
I've never
I hope it doesn't echo too much, by the way, but, you know, bear with it.
Sexually assaulted anyone and never will. I have never had any intentions of harming anyone. I had to go out of my way to check on someone who got accused of rape. This is unfair. No, you didn't, you lying piece of shit.
Also, by the way, the guy deleted those tweets. You can no longer find them.
Never got accused of rape. This is unfair. I'll be getting a lawyer as soon as possible. Learn from the Johnny Depp situation and think first. Last time I checked, is you still all have all 10 fingers, Slick. The f are you doing sitting around talking about Johnny Depp? You're gonna use his problem, his thing where he lost his finger. He's got marks on him everywhere.
Disney's laughing because, yeah, the Johnny Depp trial wasn't the Johnny Depp thing wasn't, oh, he lost his finger and that's, no. If you think that the problem in the Johnny Depp trial was the fact that he lost his finger, you haven't either been paying attention or you're just flat out a moron.
He's got 10 years of assault charges with different witnesses and other people coming in over and over and over. And you have the fucking audacity to go in and use his example to cover up for your slimy fucking bullshit.
Wait, am I alive?
Whether you touched
Okay, that's enough. Essentially, I'm showing this to you to establish one thing that you can probably see very clearly about everything. You can see this, by the way, on Asmongold's channel, for example, when he talks about Slicker and all of these other people. He absolutely detests people who mistreat women in any shape, way, or form. That's like a real thing about Asmongold. His personality is fake. his views are whichever way the wind blows. He will never go against the grain, because going against the grain is potentially gonna cost him viewers, cost him exposure, cost him money. Asmongold only cares about optics. This is Asmongold at its finest. He only cares about optics. And why is this part important? Because, again, he has went on about it, Slicker and so on. Anytime that women are involved and someone's mistreating them, Asmongold literally is almost one step away from telling them that they should kill themselves. Unironically, self-delete. And then we have situations, for example, like this.
The same guy that called girls fake on the Raj show. I never liked that. Honestly, I never liked that guy. I really didn't. I never said anything about it because he's another streamer, but I really didn't like how he would just, like, insult women and just, like, say bad shit about women. And, like, the viewers would just eat it up. They liked it a lot. Like, I always thought he was a fucking loser. No, a piece of shit. Yeah, exactly. If you're giving this clown money, yeah, it's just, like, I never really said anything about it because it's like, I mean, like, why would I, right? Why would I randomly, like, create an enemy for no reason? But
yeah, this is obviously bad. It's Slicker and about him stealing 300k, but this currently is about how he mistreated women on the Raj show or whatever it's called. Don't know. So Asmongold, somewhere else in this clip, he essentially says that Slicker is a misogynist piece of shit and blah blah blah. He hates women, and he goes off on this again. Every time women are involved and someone mistreats them, Asmongold literally explodes because he is the biggest white knight of them all. But if you paid attention to these clips, then you understand that Slicker literally in front of him mistreated women, and Asmongold said absolutely nothing. Because he wants good optics, and since everyone was in Slicker's favor at that time, he said nothing. The greatest white knight of the land literally will not say anything if it looks bad for him. And now that Slicker is, by the way, an evil con artist that swindles people, he goes out and says, "Oh, you know what? I actually never liked him. He was a piece of shit. I always hated him. What a misogynist," and so on. He goes off on him on this video so fucking hot. But again, Asmongold, at that time, who most likely had a minimum 20k average viewers, were Slicker, a guy who had, like, I don't know, 300 views max, was afraid to speak out for what he believes in just because the optics were gonna be bad. And keep in mind, not only this is one of many examples. If you haven't seen my channel, then look at it and write in Asmongold in the search bar. You're gonna see a lot of examples when Asmongold is just flat out lying about shit. And I pointed out and explained why he is lying and the proof and all of that stuff. But this, again, is currently only to establish Asmongold's character. Now, I don't even need to find this, because you can almost look at any Asmongold video on his channel. Just go in here, click the videos, scroll down 5 months ago, and click on almost any video, and you will most likely at some point hear him say that he is willing to do and say whatever it takes to get to the goal he wants. And he has said this, I don't know, 20 plus times at this point in his life. His channel, honestly, 5 months ago, full of that. He just says it out loud, that he is willing to lie, he is willing to do anything to get to the goal that he is searching for. And in this case, we have potentially the downfall of OTK. Something Asmongold very, 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 very much wanted. So, now we're in this situation where Asmongold, by the way, and in this clip, if you watch it further, you will see that Asmongold goes on Slicker pretty hard. But when people ask him about Mizkif, oh, I need to talk with him, figure out what's what, you know. Slicker, instantaneously guilty. Mizkif, the guy who harbored him in the house, did not kick him, Nah, that's completely fine. Oh, and also something I almost forgot to mention is there are videos where Asmongold talks about Andrew Tate. You know, Andrew Tate, the guy who wants to put leashes around women's necks like the dogs they are. That Andrew Tate. Asmongold fully is aware who he is. Asmongold knows what Tate is all about. But there is not a single moment where you can find Asmongold going off on Andrew Tate like he does about it's Slicker and the other Crazy Slicker. The other guy's Crazy Slick. Yeah, I know. What a name combination. But Asmongold is always, well, I don't exactly agree with everything Andrew Tate is saying, but he's pretty good. You cannot find a clip where Asmongold is going off on Andrew Tate for being a misogynist. You can most likely find more Asmongold praising Andrew Tate than calling him bad words. Yeah. You know why? Because Asmongold is fake as shit. He will not speak bad about Andrew Tate because Andrew Tate has a lot of supporters and a lot of his viewers actually like Andrew Tate, so he does not want to lose it, so he does not say anything. Oh, Andrew Tate is not a misogynist or anything like that, but it's Slicker and Slick. Oh, those people are just horrible. They called women mean words one time, but Andrew Tate, nah, he's fine. Whichever way the wind blows, Asmongold's opinion will follow. That is the reality of this person, and he is willing to lie and say anything. And why does this matter? It matters because Asmongold is a part of OTK. I'm pretty sure he's the biggest donor, and Mizkif is also a part of OTK. Ask yourself this. Do you honestly believe that Asmongold had absolutely no idea about this Mizkif girl getting sexually assaulted in his house situation? Obviously. There's a 0.001% at best chance that Asmongold really had no idea about that happening. Because it wasn't just like a one and done type of situation. People talked about it. People brought it most likely to his attention. So he knew that this is happening. He knew about the things. And he most likely knew what's up. In this video, if you watched fully, you understand that Asmongold most likely knows more about it than you think, because in this clip he states 3 people saw it. That's most likely something he already knew previously, so he knew the guy was guilty. So, imagine this. Would you want to live in a house with a guy who you know committed sexual assault? Would you want to do that? Most likely no. Mizkif, on the other hand, chose, without any problems, to live with that guy in his house. No problems. And Asmongold most likely knew about all of that, because there's legitimately almost no chance that he did not know. Admittedly, this is all my opinion, so, take that with a grain of salt, but still. Asmongold most likely 100% knew about all of that crap, okay? That's just the brutal reality of it. And he chose to go into business with Mizkif. A guy who literally has no problems living under the roof with a sexual predator. And then, remember what I said at the start about the context? Sexual assaults? Woman he orchestrated the cover-ups. Not cover-up. Ups. Yeah, this is now going into perspective. So, Mizkif is most likely 100% a piece of shit, and Asmongold just completely ignores and harbors everything bad that's currently happening, because Asmongold is interested in nothing absolutely else but his own financial gain and him becoming more popular. Oh yeah. So this is why this is the potential downfall of OTK. And it's pretty interesting. What do you think? The evidence is all there. You can watch this. You can find the video clip here. I hope Destiny doesn't delete this. And I watched there is one more 1 hour 50-minute video, but that has nothing to do with Asmongold. And yeah, and there's also these clips that people already know about. This situation is bad. They are guilty as fuck, most likely. So yeah, what do you think about this? How bad do you think this is gonna end?